Good day everyone, my name is Nito Beligasuano from BS111G. Today I will be performing the assessing the abdomen with third demonstration. Inspection, auscultation, percussion, and palpation are the main approaches to abdominal assessment in order to assess abdominal complaints, including pain, distension, and the presence of big organs, masses. A physical examination of the abdomen is the first and most important step. So prior to prior to conduct the procedure, first I am going to review my client's reviews medical records if available. So for me, identify instances of harm, medical histories, and current treatment procedure. So you can prepare the necessary equipment to be used to conserve time and energy. The equipment that I'm going to be used includes our tape measure of the patient abdominal girth, sharp objects such as roller for the hypersensitivity test. And lastly, the stethoscope to listen for patient bowel sounds. Then after that, perform hand hygiene. To protect myself and the patient from infection and cross-contamination. Good day, sir. How are you feeling today? So, sir, good morning. I am Nolito Beligasuano, your solid nurse for today. So, sir, for verification, can you state your full name?
I am July Basa.
How about your birthday?
July 26, 2004.
Thank you. So, how would you like me to call you?
Juliet.
Okay, sir. So, today I be assessing you your abdomen, which means I have to expose your abdomen. So, sir, listen to your bowel sounds and also feel your internal organs. Will that be all, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So, thank you, sir. So, do you have any questions, clarification that you want to ask me?
No.
Okay, good. So, it is okay with you, sir, if I close the door?
Yes.
So, this is for us, so we can have some privacy, and for us to avoid distraction from the outside. Okay, so thank you, sir. Also, is the temperature. What with you? And are you comfortable with the light
Yes.
and temperature? So before we start, encourage you to avoid. First, we will be much more comfortable for you while we doing the assessment. So a full bladder can make the examination and uncomfortable and can affect the accuracy of the uh, height and measurement. Therefore, make sure the patient has his bladder before the procedure begins. Stop the. So now to observe the abdominal contour and symmetry while the patient lies supine on the bed, set beside the client and look across the abdomen at a level slightly higher than the patient abdomen. Then stand at the foot at the bed, observe for abdominal symmetry. So the abdomen is normally flat, rounded, or scaphoid, which is seen in tail. Adults and should be evenly rounded and symmetrical. So while doing the inspection, also observe for abdominal respiratory movements, aortic pulsation, and peristalsis. So, position the patient in supine position with his arms and his side or folded over the chest at this point. And then put a pillow under his knees in order to prevent applying further pressure to the patient's abdomen. This position guarantees relaxation of the abdominal muscle. So now cover the upper and lower body parts of the patient with a bed sheet, leaving only the abdomen exposed from the scopoid process down to just above the symphysis pubis. So, sir, do you feel any pain in your abdominal? So, okay, sir. So now I begin inspecting your abdomen, sir. Begin with inspection of the abdominal skin characteristic. Assess the abdominal skin temperature and also the color, not for any vascularitis or stretch mark, and also not for any scars, lesion, and rashes. And if there is any document, it is history and tissue. So now inspecting the umbilical color, contour, and location. The umbilical skin tones are similar to the surrounding skin tones, or even pinkish. It should be resist inverted or protruding no more than 5 cm. It should be round and conical. So now observe for any crescents or masses or balls to existing hernia, which is any prostration of the intestine or any tissue to the weakness or gap in abdominal wall. Position the patient in standing position. Measure the patient abdominal girth by placing a measuring tape and around the patient. Abdomen at the level of the umbilicus. So the abdominal girth should be measured at the same time of the day. Ideal in the morning just after morning. And record the distance on designated units, which is centimeters or inches. Now, to listen to vascular sounds, use the blow the stethoscope and listen for roots over the abdominal aorta, renal, iliac, and femoral arteries. Now, use the diaphragm of stethoscope to listen for friction rub over the liver and spleen. Proceeding now to auscultation of the patient bowel sounds. Okay, sir. Now I'm going to listen for your bowel sounds over your abdominal. So I just want to ask you when you did you last eat. Okay, sir. Recent intake might have increased peristaltic activity. Be sure that the diaphragm of the stethoscope warm to avoid starting the patient of the coldness of the stethoscope. Apply pressure or a simple with the stethoscope if the abdomen is hindered or painful. So now, ausculted Hold for abdominal quadrants for at least 1 minute, each starting from the right lower quadrants and right upper quadrants, and left upper quadrants and left lower quadrants, proceeding in a clockwise pattern, noting for the intensity, pitch, and frequency of the vowel sounds. Ito po percussion of the patient's abdomen. Percussive areas in each of the four quadrants to determine usage of tympani or dalgus. Tympani is high pitch, mass musical sounds that indicates in hollow space filled by air, and dullness suggests a void or. So now, forecast for the vertical lever span at the mid-clavicular line. So from the right lower quadrant along the mid-clavicular lever, forecast upwards towards the lever and not change from the tympani to dullness and mark its point. Now, percuss the right clavicular line up the area of the lung resonance around the third intercostal space and percuss downwards to the liver and note it changes from lung resonance to liver dullness and mark it point. Now, for the vertical lever, span at the mid-sternal line, starting just above the umbilicus, percuss upward toward the liver, and note the change from tympani to dullness and mark its point. Now for the upper border, start percussion at the body of the sternum along the third intercostal space and percuss downwards until the tone changes from the flat to the liver dullness. Now, for the up. Now, measure the distance between the two points. A normal liver span of the mid-clavicular liver spine is about 6 to 12 cm, and the normal liver span along the mid-sternal line is 4 to 8 cm. To assess the liver descent, ask the patient to take a deep breath and hold it while percussing for the right lower quadrant towards the liver and note that change from tympani to dullness and mark its point. Okay, sir, I need you to repeat, sir. Then after that, Measure the distance between the lower border and the right costal margin along the mandibular line. Now, to assess the spleen and evaluate the splenomegaly position, so the patient is a right sideline position with left knee flex and the left anterior. To assess the side of the spleen, percuss the left anterior chest wall fully the border of the cardiac dullness at the 6th week to the anterior axillary line. Right. So percuss the lowest interface, the left anterior axilla line, and then ask the client to take a deep breath and percuss again. So sir, can you deep breath, sir? So, sir, can you exhale? Blunt percussion to assess the liver tenderness and place the left that against the lower right anterior rib cage and then use ulnar. So sir, do you feel any reaction? Yes. The kidney blunt percussion to assess for kidney tenderness. So position the client in a sitting position with his back to you. Place the left hand at the costovertebral angle over the 12 rib. Use the ulnar side. Face to strike against the left hand. So, sir, do you feel any pain in your back? This for shifting dullness while the patient is lying in supine position. First, percuss the palms of the patient from the bed towards the umbilicus and noting the change from dullness to tympani and mark its point. Now, we'll position the patient in a side lying position and percuss the abdomen from the bed upward and noting for change from dullness. So, sir, can you turn your left side? Sir, thank you. So for the Floyd wave test, while the client is lying in supine position, ask the client to twist the edges of his hand firmly down the midline of his abdomen. So sir, can you put your okay, thank you. So then tap and plug sharply with the fingertips to feel the Floyd wave transmitted across to the abdomen to the opposite plumb. Perform the light palpation to assess the tenderness and to a sense of mass with the client lying relaxed in a supine position. Begin with the light symmetric palpation of all four quadrants using the finger pads, initially avoiding any areas that the patient had identified in patient. Perform the palpation which is done to feel for the internal organs and masses compose the abdomen to a maximum of 5 to 6 centimeter using the palmar surface of the hand initially, avoiding the pinfall areas and the palpated to muscle resistance or masses. Swelling, nodules, granulation to assess for tenderness and pieces of mass. Alright. Palpation of the abdominal aorta. Use both bands to be palpate the epigastrium slightly the left midline. Alright. Now palpate for the liver to assess for liver contour surface, presence of nodules, tenderness, and irregularities. Place the left hand under the patient back at the level of the 11th and 12th ribs, while the right hand is laid parallel to the right costal margin. Fingertips pointing towards the client's head. Instruct the client to take a deep breath and then compress the fingertips upward and inward to the lower border of the liver and assess for contour, surface, presence of nodules, tenderness, and irregularities. Take a breath, sir. Take a breath. Hold. Exhale. Alright. Now perform the hawking technique. So, stand at the quiet of the client's chest, facing his feet, facing the upwards and the costal margin with your fingertips, and ask the patient to take a deep breath. Gently and firmly pull inward and upward with the finger. So, sir, take a deep breath, sir. Again. Alright, thank you, sir. Spin and assess splenomedularly. Stand at the patient right side and reach over the patient abdomen. So, okay, reach over the patient abdomen with the left hand under the posterior lower ribs. And to pull up gently, place the right hand below the left costal margin, facing toward the splint. And ask the client to take breath, then twist inward and upward using the right hand as the left hand. Provided support, begin palpation below the costal margin and try to feel the tip. Sir, take a breath, sir. Slowly. And it comes down to meet the fingertips. Note for any tenderness and assess the spleen contour. So, sir, can you please dip? Can you please dip it again, sir? Again. Alright, thank you. Okay, repeat the procedure within the lying on the right side with legs somewhat flexed of the hips and knees as needed. Okay, sir, turn your at your side. Alright, sir. Take a deep breath, sir. Again. Slowly. Again. Alright, thank you. Yes. To assess for kidney enlargement, stand at the patient right side. Place the left hand under the patient right posterior. Flank at the right side. Hand at the right side costal margin. Instruct the client take a deep breath and compress the fingers during the peak inspiration. And ask him to exhale and hold his breath quickly and gradually release the pressure of the right hand to feel right kidney sleeping beneath the fingers. So, sir, please a deep breath, sir. And inhale and hold. And okay, sir. Can you breathe now? Can you deep breath again? Again, please. And hold. Exhale. And Palpate the left kidney with the procedure reverse. Instead, the urinary bladder begin the palpating, this symphysis, pubis, and move upward to stimulate the bladder borders. Alright. As far as appendicitis or peritoneal irritation with violent tenderness or bloom birds, sign palpate deeply at 90 degrees. Enter the abdomen halfway between the umbilicus and the anterior iliac, twist of or the mock burnish point, then suddenly release the pressure. Listen and watch the client expression of pain of the client to describe which heart more the present in the releasing and where on the abdomen and the pain occurred. So sir, did you feel any pain while pressing your abdomen?
No.
Again, did you feel any pain while pressing your abdomen?
No.
Again sir, did you feel any pain while pressing your abdomen?
No.
Thank you.
Isa parang pangutangan.
Transfer 4 of the waiter sign. So hold and support the client's right knee and ankle. Flex the hip and knee and rotate the leg internally and externally. Transfer to side position the patient in the right side lying position and then hyperextend the right leg. Officer. So, sir, tell me if you're any pain.
No.
Thank you. And ask the client which heart more patient are releasing. We are done. I will do summarizing the information obtained during the assessment. During the inspection, there are no signs of edema, rashes, stretch mark over your abdomen. As per auscultation, all is normal, especially for your bowel sounds. During percussion, I didn't notice any abnormalities as well as for palpation. There are no signs of enlargement of organs, and there are no signs of appendicitis. So sir, do you have any clarification, questions that you want to ask me? So now perform the hand hygiene to prevent the splitting. Speed of mechanism and document all the findings. Nursing documentation is essential for clinical communication. Documentation provides an accurate reflection of nursing assessment, changes in clinical state care provided and coordinate patient information to support the multidisciplinary team to deliver individualized care. Alright, so sir, thank you.